What?
So
Scream.
yeah, Scream. I don't think I've seen an entire Scream movie ever, even though I'm a horror fan. I think I've seen
Not,
bits of it, like about 10
not the
minutes of the
first one.
start. Sorry?
I enjoyed the first one.
How many are there?
Too many. I think the third one got really bad, and then it kind of came back a little, but I haven't enjoyed it since the first one. Even the TV show. My God.
So have a look at this. So the guy who created, Scream franchise, Kevin Wilson, will adapt David Fincher's The Game. Did you ever remember watching The Game? I like The Game.
Sure.
The Game was really cool. It was about two brothers, and it was
that's right. He got him a present, and then it was like the most like he was getting killed and dragged out to the desert, and then yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
it was
The
a good
Game is
movie.
classic. It's such a classic.
He did a lot of good movies at that time, like Falling Down. So good.
Oh, dude, Falling Down is my favorite Michael Douglas movie of all time. I saw it twice in the cinemas within a couple of days in Fiji.
What about Ant-Man Quantumania?
I stopped the moment they were down. They started. They were in the middle of a battle, and I was watching it for free, and I still didn't want to watch it. That's how bad I felt about the movie. But I love Falling Down. Falling Down is a classic. It's a must-watch if you're a fan of good crime, dramas, kind of action. It's a really great movie. But here's the thing. So the guy's going to adapt The Game and Hitchcock's Rear Window for TV. Right? So more reboots, but it's going to be turned into a TV series. Right. So do you want to read this?
Screenwriter Kevin Williamson breathed life back into the slasher genre with Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer, both good movies. But he might be the last person you could anticipate reinterpreting Hitchcock and David Fincher. That's exactly what he's doing, as per Deadline. Williamson is setting aside on serializing Fincher's The Game and the Hitchcockian classic Rear View as part of an overall deal with Universal Television. I couldn't be more thrilled to be part of the Universal Television family, he said to the outlet. When making television, it's so important to have partners that believe, support, and inspire you. In Universal Television, I found exactly that. I'm excited to be working with such an amazing team that love what they do. Well, it sounds like he's very passionate.
Yeah, and so in regards to that, here's someone who's not passionate about working with somebody. This is you know Frank Grillo, right?
I've seen him before.
So Frank Grillo is, if I remember right, he was an accident man. Let me just make sure, because sometimes I get it wrong with my head injuries and all that. Now, where are you, Frank? Accident man. He was on Captain America, Winter Soldier, The Grey, Purge, Anarchy, Boss Level. He was great in Boss Level. Loved Boss Level.
Oh yeah, Boss Level is good.
Wait, he wasn't an Accident Man?
Is he playing Black Hawk?
He is. So he's jumping from Marvel to DC. He regrets working with them. He has no regret, jumping over. So he is going to, according to actor Frank Grillo, though he still looks back fondly on his time as Marvel's live-action incarnation of the villain Crossbones, their decision to relegate his role to that of a bit player in an overall franchise has left him with no qualms about his decision to take on a new superhero role at the competing DC studios. Grillo, who portrayed the sadistic Brock Crossbones Rumlow across both Captain America Winter Soldier and Captain America Civil War, before being self-destructing via explosive vest following his capture in the latter, opened up about his departure from the MCU during a January 12th interview given to Movie Phone's Jamie Philbrick. So here you go. I'll get you to read this one.
Amidst a larger discussion regarding new action film Lights Out, the actor was at one point asked by Philbrick if he could provide an update on the upcoming role as Rick Flag Sr., as Rick Flag's dad, in James Gunn's animated Creature Commander series for DC, specifically whether or not he had already finished recording the first session, and if he hadn't been able to record with the other actors. In reply, Grillo asserted, yes, I've recorded with second-sized voice actor David Harbour, and I may have recorded with Maria Bakalova, who voices Princess Ilana Rostovic. But it's great. Right? I love James Gunn and Peter Safran and what they're doing with DC characters and for the DCU, and these characters are living in their movies. Cool. So it's an animated movie he's doing.
So I'm going to be around for a while, and I wish I could tell you what I have coming up with them, but I can't. But it's exciting. So, yeah, I guess he's, he's looking for, like it's guys here, ostensibly turned to the subject thanks to his mention of his planned longevity at DC. Grillo then turned to reflect on his feelings towards Marvel Studios. I was just with the Russo brothers, Kevin Feige and Lou Esposito recalled the short-lived MCU villain, and it's kind of like, I miss those guys, but you blew it. Now we're going over here. And that's basically like most Marvel comic fans nowadays. It's like, you guys blew it. We're going over here. We're going to manga. But I think
he wasn't very memorable. Crossbones.
Yeah,
I found him very disappointing in the movies, and they killed him off at the start of that scene and blew him up or whatever.
Yeah, and that's what he said. It was like they just relegated him to a bit player, right? Overall,
he should have been a much bigger part. Crossbones was quite important in Captain America.
Yeah,
and the wider DC, Marvel universe.
But that's also down to the fact that, did you see that little like a little kind of like a snippet of something they had going on over Twitter, where they had these Marvel people who are writers and producers on these shows who said they told us not to read the comics. We don't need. Yes. We never read the comics. And that's basically what it comes down to. If you tie it into this, they don't know Crossbones. I mean, I don't know Crossbones that much because I'm not a Captain America fan, right? So I'm not that big up on it. But you ask me about Punisher, I'll freaking tell you what Punisher, right? Because I'm a fan. And so of that character. But these guys aren't fans of anything, and they were asked to write stories and all and such, and film scripts. And
most time when these things are bad, I always blame the script writers. Like 9 times out of 10, if they just wrote the script better, even if it had a low budget or like it wasn't perfect, it would be a lot better. But like, there's so many weak scripts and things.
And I've been waiting for the noise to die down, so I could have some time to think back to when I wanted to be where I am now, free of problems I had then been taken